Let's bring in Republican Congressman Jim Jordan. He is the top Republican on the House Judiciary Committee and author of the upcoming book, Do What You Said You Would Do. Congressman, always great to see you. So as you heard Rich Edson say, China's not going to cooperate, and it appears the administration has very little appetite to put their feet to the fire. What's the remedy?
Well, this is nothing new. I mean, China's been misleading us from the get-go. In fact, I just came from a transcribed interview with Dr. Birx, and she said, yeah, China misled us the whole time. So this is nothing new. And frankly, you know who else misled us was Dr. Fauci. I find it amazing, Trace, that everyone in the country wants to know. I think most people in the world want to know, how did this virus start, except for China, Dr. Fauci, and the Democrats. Now, why is that? So, look, I hope we get to the bottom of it. The fact that we were sending American tax dollars to this lab in China, in Wuhan, China, the fact that it looks like they were doing gain-of-function research, and the fact that the most plausible explanation is it leaked from the lab, but yet we don't want to discover this and find this out, and China's blocking us, makes no sense. And something this serious that's caused this much damage and taken as many lives as it's taken, we need to find out how it started.
The question is, if China is not going to cooperate, do we actually need China to cooperate? Because we had a guest on Friday that said maybe we don't. Listen to him, Congressman, and I'll get your response on the backside.
My work has shown that we don't need to get inside the institution to answer these questions. And I think that's an important thing that people realize. I think there's a lot of kicking the can down the road. But, after 2 years, we've done a lot of studies, and all of the evidence points directly toward the laboratory.
So maybe we don't need to get in the lab, but it seems like this would be a very hard case to prosecute if you don't get at least some cooperation from China.
Look, I'm not a scientist, but the scientists say you need to get to the lab. But I also think, frankly, Dr. Fauci could tell us. Remember, I always point to this. On January 31st, 2020 at 10:32 p.m., Dr. Fauci gets an email from one of the virologists, Dr. Anderson, who's received American tax dollars in these grants to do this kind of research. He gets an email from Dr. Anderson, says, virus looks engineered, virus not consistent with evolutionary theory. That's clear back on January 31st, 2020. So Fauci was in the know at the start of this thing as well. And then what did he do? Misled us for over a year. So I'd like to get Dr. Fauci on the witness stand again, answer our questions. He won't come back now in front of the select committee on coronavirus. He hasn't been back for a hearing. I hope he does sometime so we can ask him these tough questions. I think he could give us the answers, but he probably won't.
But, Congressman, what are the consequences? We already know we've been lied to. We already know that big tech shut this down because they called it a conspiracy theory. We already know that the U.S. was giving dollars for gain-of-function research, which, of course, is to make a virus more potent so that they can eventually come up with a remedy. There's been no consequences. And what makes you think that bringing Dr. Fauci back before Congress would lead to consequences?
Trace, because that's all we can do. The Democrats are in charge. They don't want to find out. We know that. I mean, this is amazing to me that it's Dr. Fauci, the Democrats in China, all on the same page on this, not wanting to find out the origin of this virus. Why not? The folks I represent in the 4th District of Ohio would like to know how this thing started, because it has certainly disrupted our lives and I think diminished our freedoms, taken away our freedoms that we so enjoy in this country. I think Americans like to know, but unfortunately the Democrats don't. So all we can do is what we're doing now, talk about this, try to highlight it, and get the information to the American people.
Yeah, well, I've got you here, Congressman. I just want to get your take on, how the process is going, raising the debt limit. You hear Nancy Pelosi say different things. You talk about these, reconciliation, the trillions of dollars they want to spend. Where are we?
Well, I mean, usually the one thing Democrats are good at is spending other people's money, but they're so screwed up, Trace, they can't even do that right. And I just heard the clip from Nancy Pelosi. They're so screwed up, they're blaming their best friends, the mainstream press. So that's how bad the situation is. They're going to kick kick the can down the road again here for about 8 weeks, and then we'll be back at this again. So this is just emblematic of what the Democrats have been like in the Biden administration. They can't do anything right.
Yeah, and just to clarify your quote there, Nancy Pelosi said moments ago that the mainstream media could do a better, quoting here, could do a better job of selling it.
When the Democrat Speaker of the House is criticizing the mainstream media, that shows you how ridiculous their position is.
Congressman, good to see you. Thank you, sir.
You bet.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.